Hey guys, it's week 46 Project Life and I wanted to do a 5 favorite things this week, so let me show you what I'm working with. I've got these fun silver glittery alphas. I don't know what collection they're from or how long I've had them, but it's time to use them. I've got what remains of my Heidi Swap Color Fresh 6x6 pad. I've got the sticker book from the Crepe Paper All Heart collection. I have some really pretty, they're called Happy Vibes sequins from Spiegel Mum Scraps that the lovely Sammy Tickercat sent me, and I also have the 2019 Thankful 30 stamp set from Feed Your Craft. So the first thing I've got to do is just pick out some of these papers, and I don't really need that many. I also knew before I started this page that I was going to do a little shaker pocket. Haven't done one in ages, felt like I needed a bit of sparkle, hence the reason I picked out these really pretty sequins. They've been sitting by my desk for a long time and I really want to use them. So I'm going to make a little sequin shaker for there, which means I only need really 3 other cards. There's a few little pops of pink in my photos, but because I've got those pink sequins, I really kind of want to highlight that, so I've pulled out a couple of the pinker papers from the Heidi Swap pad there. I thought that I had a few other scrappy pieces that I might be able to pull a 3x4 card from, so I went and had a look through my stash, but I think I was mistaken. So I've still got one little 3x4 card to fill in there. None of these papers are kind of gonna work. What I've got left is a little bit too busy, and I don't really want to add some more pink. I don't want to become like super pink week, so I just grabbed some white card there, and I'll probably end up stamping my own journal card just to give me another little pattern, but it also just gives my eyes a little bit of a resting place from all of that pretty pink. I'm going to trim down these other papers, and then I'm going to go ahead and just make my shaker card straight away, because I know that's what's going in this pocket here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little plastic bag. They're normally what the 3x4 journal cards come in, so I always keep those sorts of things for this particular purpose. I'm going to trim this down on 2 sides so that it's just slightly shy of 3x4. And then I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine. I'm going to stitch around 3 sides, add some sequins, and then stitch it shut. When you're stitching plastic or page protectors, it's kind of just trial and error with your sewing machine. Adjust your tension, that sort of thing. Sometimes mine work, sometimes they don't, so I'm definitely no expert. It'll depend on your particular machine. I have seen other people like sandwich the plastic between layers of tissue and then rip the tissue off later. It'll just depend on your own particular sewing machine. So I've made the shaker card, and I've pulled out some of the stickers from that All Heart sticker book. I loved that one there, and I thought the pink worked really nicely. And no one is you, that is your power. No particular meaning for this other than just a little bit of a positive note to the week. It was a hard week, so I need the positive note in there just to remind me that we got through it eventually. Next I'm going to work on my title card, which is probably a little bit backwards to normal, but I just kind of wanted to see how that was going to work before I did the rest of the layout. There are label stickers in this sticker book, but they're kind of, the surface is kind of slick. They don't really stamp that well. I know this from experience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the stamping underneath the sticker and then put the sticker over top. It is white, but it's not opaque white. It's kind of see-through. So I have done this before. It just takes a little bit of finagling, because I'm kind of just going to have to guess where the stamping is going to go for the label. So I've just stuck the label on my stamp block for now while I pick these letters and stick them down. Again, I didn't get a ruler or anything out. I was just kind of eyeballing it, and this is exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to eyeball the stamping. So I sort of know that I can fit my date underneath the label, so I just have to be really careful, and I'm masking up the second date here. It's not particularly straight because I didn't use a stamp backing like I normally do, but you see when I place the label down over top, you can see the stamping underneath, and I don't have to worry about it smudging or whatever. You could probably stamp with like stays on ink, but I'm just not a neat stamper with stays on. I always end up smearing it, so this is a slightly awkward but better solution for me. Now I did pull out this Thankful 30 stamp set to use because November was just a bit of a whitewash for me, so I didn't end up doing a Thankful 30 sort of project. However, I did want to get some of this sort of thankfulness in here somewhere, so I'm going to do some stamping, and the first place I'm going to do it is on this card down the bottom here. So I wanted to do the stamping in a colour other than black and other than pink, just to sort of break up the pinkness of the layout. There is a kind of reddy peachy tone in that title card, so I grabbed out an orange ink and stamped that at the top, and I decided to stamp a second stamp at the bottom, and then that leaves me a little gap in between to do my journaling, hence why I haven't stuck my photo down yet. There's not going to be a whole lot of journaling on this page, but I am going to just run this through my typewriter, and the journaling's mostly just about what I was thankful for this week, just trying to get that thankfulness in. And to be honest, like, it was a week where I was really thankful. Lil had her second surgery. We sort of got a diagnosis for her, and it wasn't great, and there were a lot of things to be thankful that we actually got some answers, that we got the help we needed, that I was really thankful for Shane to be there for me, and all of my really supportive friends talking me through my absolute panic about what was going to happen. So the rest of the page is probably going to be super simple. It's just going to be a combination of stickers and, again, those sort of thankful stamps. So I have pulled out a few. These photos are a lot of things that I'm thankful for. So coffee and a croissant from the bakery. It's definitely something to be thankful for. And that's kind of a pattern that I'm just going to keep repeating. So I'm going to add a sticker or a stamp, or a sticker and a stamp. Or in this case here, I had picked out a stamp and a sticker. And when I put them together on the photo, they just sort of didn't really work. It was kind of too big. The photo was too big for such a tiny word and a tiny, probably if I'd left it with just the sticker like this, it would have been fine. But because I chose to stamp on top of it, because I wanted to like follow my recipe, it kind of, I didn't like it. Well, it's not that I didn't like it, it just felt like it needed more. So I decided to add some more stamps and some more stickers and kind of make more of a focus out of it. And again, I'm going to use that same orange ink just again to add a little bit of color and break up some of the pinkness. You can see me just working out where I'm going to place everything. Because the actual focal point of the photo isn't directly in the middle, it didn't sort of lend itself to a centered layout. So I'm kind of going on a slight diagonal above the sunrise there. I go to stamp my last stamp, and it really irritates me that I didn't get that sticker on straight, so I did really carefully peel it up. It's sort of peeled up okay. It didn't leave any sticky residue or anything, so it was fine. And then added my last stamp there, and much happier with the way that looks. I like the combination of the colours and the different styles of fonts. It works much better in my opinion. So I've got two little 3x4 photos, and they're both just going to get one sticker each. This one here with Lil's medication is really easy. The sticker sticks down and is totally visible. The photo with me drinking my pink gin with Shane and Lily it's a really busy photo, and it was going to be really hard to find a place to put a sticker where it was visible. And again, these stickers are see-through. They're like slightly opaque, but mostly transparent. So what I did was just stick that onto some white card and then glue the white card onto my photo, and it just helps the sticker stand out a little bit more. Otherwise those words would have got quite lost, I think. So my last card, like I said, I was going to do some stamping on here, and there is this little heart stamp on the Thankful 30 set, but I didn't want to do it in the same orange. It would have been really heavy. So I grabbed a Catherine Pooler ink, I think it's called Tiara, and I'm just going to randomly do some stamping. But I do have my photo here. This is some amazing Halloween happy mail that Alice sent me, and I realized I'm going to end up covering up half of the stamping. So I start getting a little bit more strategic about my random stamping and place my photo down just so I can get an idea of where I want those sort of half hearts to be that are going to stick out from under the photo, and then I can just add a few more down the bottom. Really love how this turned out. I'm a big fan of repeat stamping, as you probably know, but this kind of random pattern is actually really fun to do as well. I'm just going to add a sticker to this one, and I really loved the Good Day sticker. It definitely was a good day. The huge box that I opened there came just at the right time. Sequins everywhere, I can tell you. I was vacuuming for days. But that's it. That's this layout all done. I love these 5 favorite things. So fun to go through your stash, pick out these treasures, and put together a layout super, super quickly. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want to keep watching, there's a couple more videos on screen. Otherwise, I'll catch you again real soon. Bye guys.